Hey guys, Chaos Master here, back for more Trails of Cold Steel. Continuing where we last left off, where we are now going to be continuing trying to save the people from this machine. Leave this to us. You guys make sure all the workers are evacuated. Got it. Looks like we're dealing with one of those archaisms after all. Though I gotta admit, it seems like a meaner breed than the ones we fought in Gorelli Fortress. It's packing some serious firepower too. If we let our guard down, we're finished. Alright, let's keep it from focusing its fire and take it out. Right.
Watch out, guys! Right.
Alright, here we go. Oh, sorry. Had a burp there. Alright, let's do detector. Apologies, I was trying to get comfortable. Oh wow, that ain't good. Oh, that's good.
I can do this. Sorry, would you mind? Will do.
Listen to my song here. Alright. This one's got your name on it. My turn. Alright, let's do this.
My turn.
My turn.
Oh wait. Okay, so he doesn't have any elemental weaknesses.
My turn.
That works in a way.
I'll handle it. One.
Focus activate. There. Leave it to me.
My turn.
Leave it to me. Arcus activate. Arcus.
Yeah, let's just try using these. Oh, it's good as you're gonna crit. Oh good, he's burned. That works.
All right. Free. Get it? Here we go.
My turn.
My turn. My turn. Go.
I didn't even notice that Rean is a little down
My turn.
in the EP department. I didn't even notice. I meant to try to interrupt him. Oh well.
Go.
My turn.
Here we go.
Okay.
All right. My turn. Here we go.
I'll handle it. Yeah. Hostiles neutralized. Yes, for sec.
All right. We did it. Man, that hunk of metal didn't go down gently. No, he did not. You guys are really something else. I can't believe you actually beat that thing. I thought I recognized the uniform. You must be those students from the military academy. Thank goodness everyone's alright. Mission complete? It does look that way. Are you all unharmed? Captain Claire, the Railway Military Police. The what? Oh, right, soldier, duh. I'm relieved that none of you seem to be seriously injured. Please leave this to us and evacuate the building at once. Huh? What do you mean? This factory contains classified military information and materials. Only authorized personnel permitted to enter. No exceptions. Not even for the daughter of the Reinford family. Well, can't say I'm happy about this, but, well, she does have a point. We'll leave things here to the RMP then. Thank you. Please show them out immediately. And make sure to treat them courteously. Give special attention to the injured. Yes, ma'am. Situation was under control. They swept through, clearing out the remaining archaisms and extinguishing the fires, bringing an end to the incident. It looks like everything should be alright now. Sounds like all the people who are still inside are safe at least. The RMP sure have earned their reputation. Agreed. I certainly have a newfound appreciation for their capabilities. Though I suppose I should have expected no less from an organization under the Chancellor's direct control. All's well that ends well, I guess. But still, this has a terrorist signature all over it. Sure seems that way. Yep. Don't know why they wouldn't show up in person, though. Yeah, it makes me wonder what they were trying to accomplish here. I'm having that looked into as we speak. Captain Claire, thank you for your help, Captain. Likewise. Thanks to your quick thinking, none of the personnel were critically injured. Glad to pitch where we could. We're just happy to know that all the people inside made it out safely. As am I. That said, it doesn't excuse your actions. Huh? It was fortunate you were able to defeat the Archaism without backup, but I don't appreciate that you ran in there without waiting for us to arrive. Not only does this factory contain confidential information, you yourselves could have been seriously hurt, or worse. Try to gain an understanding of the crisis unfolding here, then do your best to stay out of it. That's what I told you last night, and since it seems it didn't take, I'm telling you again. That face. Wow, talk about a critic. Well, she's not wrong. I realize that, but I'm afraid I can't turn a blind eye to it, especially not when lives are on the line. What? Yep. If we have the power to save someone and we don't use it to do that, what kind of people would that make us? That's why even if you reprimand me, I won't regret us doing what we did. Oh, Rean. Very well then, huh? Fortunately, no one was gravely injured, so I'm willing to overlook your rashness this time. But I suggest exercising a little more caution in the future. Do I make myself clear? Yes, ma'am. Wow. Woo, look at you getting all tongue-tied, lover boy. You falling for her charms. Glare. I told you, it's not like that. Captain, do we have any idea where that archaism could have come from? The terrorists may be the prime suspects, but we didn't see any of them inside. Come to think of it, we were wondering the same thing, so we did a little digging around. It seems that they were brought into the factory in shipping containers. Not just recently either, over 3 months ago. 3 months? That would mean they've been sitting in the factory since late June, back when we went to the Nord Highlands. And roughly a month before the Imperial Liberation Front announced themselves to the world in Heimdall. To be honest, we neglected to consider the possibility ourselves. Unbelievable. So today's incident was planned that far in advance? It certainly appears that way. Their leader is frighteningly cunning. But compared to the others, we still haven't turned up much on him. I suspect he was responsible for planning what happened here as well. You're talking about C, right? Isn't that guy you fought in the capital? That's him. He was pretty tough. You can say that again. Exceptional strength and a calculating intellect. It looks like we're up against a real beast. It seems so. We'll need to remain vigilant going forward. But for now, you can leave things here to us. I suggest you get back to your field study. Wait a minute. What is it? Is something wrong? There's no sign of the provincial army. By now they should have been well aware what happened here. Damn it! I can't believe I forgot about them! Well, what are you saying? Captain Claire! We got trouble at the mine. It's been hit by the terrorists. Blast them. What? I feared as much. So yeah, it was a feint. We were duped. And to Sachi on our minds and a message HQ. I need 12 companies from the surrounding area here. It's inside of 2 hours. What's going on? I'm not sure, but from the sound of things, the mine we were in yesterday was attacked by the terrorists. Oh no, the miners. Sounds like we better shake a leg. Yeah, come on, let's follow them. Oh, is this gonna be the part I'm thinking about? If it is, oh man, I'm gonna laugh. I gotta prepare to laugh my ass off. Oh yeah, before we do that, we gotta go to... We gotta talk to... What? No! I can't do that yet? No.
Ugh, every minute we spend here, things are getting worse for the miners. Stay calm, Elisa.
Yeah, the railway military police are on their way, after all.
Let's at least try and get a look at what's going on.
Man, if terrorists really were planning to blow up the mine, it would shake the very foundations of the Empire.
Nah, I don't think they do that.
That one looks annoying. Watch out.
Like, even when I first played this game, I'm like... Or even when I first saw this game, I'm like, nah, they wouldn't do that. I don't know why, I just felt like they wouldn't. What the hell? And see, even with all this, I never believed they did. This is awful. Smoke's pouring out all over the place. Can't see too far like this. Did the terrorists set fire to something? Looks like the fire's been put out, but something still seems off. So, the terrorists decided to strike here rather than the military factory. Over by the entrance. Sorry, I'm repeating French army, but what? Yeah, but what are they doing here? It looks like the entrance is completely blocked off too. Let's go and take a closer look. Like, we consider like how the provincial army is acting. That's one reason it made me think that like, you know, talk about how like, oh, the provincial army is probably helping the terrorists or anything. It's like, then why would they want to blow up the mines when the noble faction obviously needs the iron too? The terrorists have complete control of the mine. They've taken the miners hostage. Any attempt to enter the mine may put their lives in jeopardy. And that's why you're standing out here twiddling your thumbs without even attempting to negotiate with them? They clearly have an objective in mind here. We can't allow them to buy any further time. It looks like a pretty heated argument. So the terrorists have taken over the mine. And as the first ones on the scene, the provincial army has taken it upon themselves to set up a blockade. Or at least that's what it looks like at first glance. But why? Man, this has suspicious written all over it. Yep, the provincial army is too well prepared. No matter how you look at it, they've got to be in on it. You can't be serious. Fee, like, come on, it's right. It's true. It's true, guys. In on it, the terrorists set off some kind of explosion in there. Look at all the smoke pouring out. That's what they want you to think. That doesn't look like the smoke. That doesn't look like smoke. That doesn't look like smoke from a fire to me. They're probably using smoke grenades. Smoke grenades? If that's true, that means the provincial army has some other reason for blockading the mine. Maybe it's got something to do with the Rhineford's first factory. Ah, that's right. The railway military police were investigating the first factory too, weren't they? Yeah, that's what Captain Claire said. And that makes the timing of all this look pretty damn suspicious. Almost like there's something they're trying to hide. And that'd mean they sealed the mine to give them time to dispose of it. Makes a fair bit of sense if you think about it. But what could they be trying to hide? What's down there? No way to say for sure right now. What I can say, though, is that it's pretty likely the miners are in danger. We need to find some way to help them if we can. Let's return to Ruhr for now. We need to think carefully about what to do next. Elisa. Yep, if we're going in, it's better to have a plan. Alright, let's head back. No, here's my response to it. Rean, activate that power and then just go charging in. But wear a costume. You know? It'd be funny. Just wear a costume and everything. They wouldn't recognize you.
Well, to start with, we need to work out exactly what's going on here.
If it's true that the terrorists are working with the noble faction, then it seems likely their aim is to eliminate the evidence of whatever they've been hiding in the first factory.
But did they really have to go this far?
Yes.
The iron mine is owned by His Majesty the Emperor himself, right?
That's right. The province of Nortia is tasked with managing it while Rhineford mines, refines, and processes the iron. And iron is the single most vital natural resource to this nation's continued survival. If this isn't resolved quickly, it's going to deal a heavy blow to the entire country, including the nobles themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the question is just whether the noble faction and the terrorists realize that or not. Sounds to me like they're a pretty divided bunch as it is.
Yep. The terrorists seem like they're basically all commoners, too. They're only cooperating because they both see the Chancellor as a common enemy.
And if that's the case, it seems pretty likely that what they're doing here is related to that somehow.
Sounds like someone started the party without me.
Yay!
Angelica?
You came too, George?
Yo, figured you'd show up eventually.
Well, we had to test the sidecar, obviously.
This bike is just full of surprises. We made the trip to Ruhr in 7 hours. So, speed-wise, we're looking great. Comfort, though, we're gonna have to tweak a few things. I swear, you two never change. Kinda figured Toho wouldn't be able to make it, too.
Yeah, she's working on gathering a boatload of information, though. She said she'd be in touch if she finds anything out.
Well, that's reassuring, at least.
Could someone tell me what's going on?
You seem to be hot on the trail of something, but I'm not sure it's the same thing we're investigating.
Does this have something to do with those family affairs you told me you were worried about?
Yeah, it does. I had some nagging suspicions about it. Unfortunately, my hunch turned out to be right on the money.
What, that your dad's involved with the terrorists or something?
Hold on. Isn't the director of the first factory...
Her father.
My dear Uncle Heidel
Oh,
Rodner.
oops, uncle, my bad.
Seems like it might do us both some good to swap info. How about it?
Well, let's find a better place to talk.
They're dumping iron onto the black market?
Yeah. The amount of steel they're producing doesn't quite match up with the amount of iron ore being mined. That's been the case for quite a few years now.
Officially, the reason given is that the purity of the ore being mined is lower now than it used to be. But if you look at what's coming out of the mine, there's no evidence of that.
Well, that would explain why the figures don't add up.
And because they were feeding the raw iron onto the black market rather than the finished steel...
That makes it a lot harder to notice when a little goes missing here and there.
Man, Toa put all the pieces together on her own?
I'd expect no less from my beloved Toa.
She poured over everything. Rhineford's yearly sales figures, government reports on the mine's productivity, you name it. That's how she picked up on the discrepancy.
She's really something else.
Iron ore being sold off the black market. Accounting sheets that don't add up. George, how much iron ore is unaccounted for, roughly speaking? Do you know? Assuming for a moment that all the missing iron was refined into steel, how much steel would we be looking at?
This is just a bit of speculative math on my part, but I'd say somewhere in the neighborhood of 100,000 Torum, which is enough to build 2,000 oxen tanks.
Fucking hell. I still don't know what the hell Torum is either. Terminology in different game, like the way they do measurements and everything is just weird in different games all the time. Alright, let's see if maybe I can find it. Yeah, no. It's clearly just something they likely made up.
2,000?
Ah, damn it! Now I'm having Final Fantasy 16 flashbacks from when when it was shit. It was that massive amount of gold that you know, spoilers if you guys haven't seen my Final Fantasy 16 Let's Play, I do recommend you guys watch that. Or if you haven't played the game yourself, but spoilers, you get a relative of the main character drops off 2,000 pounds or whatever of gold. I forget what the term it was, but then Gav is like 2,000. Oh, that never gets old. Anytime I've been seeing like 2,000, I can't help but think of that. It's hilarious.
That's practically an army.
Yup.
The Saxon iron mine is a pillar of the Empire's economy. The amount of iron they pull out of there is almost ridiculous. Even if you pocket a small amount every year, it's going to add up to a lot of iron real quick.
But what are they planning to do with all of it? Is the noble faction trying to make their own tanks in secret?
They couldn't even if they wanted to. Only the second factory has the knowledge and equipment to make tanks. And not only does the second factory have close ties with the Imperial Army, it also leans toward the Reformist Faction.
You need all kinds of complicated technology to make even a basic tank. It's not as simple as just grabbing some steel, some blueprints, and some grease and getting to work.
So what does that leave them? Selling the iron to another country for profit? I don't know how likely that is. Seems like deals that big would be too easy to trace.
Okay, so setting aside the ore itself for a moment, now that you know this, and given what's happening in Ruhr right now, what were the two of you planning on doing?
Oh, it's pretty simple. My uncle oversees the first factory, and the provincial army is blockading the mine. There's no way my family isn't involved. On the other side, you've got all the miners just trying to do their jobs who got dragged into this whole mess. I'm a Ragnar. I might not be a great daughter, but there's no way I'm gonna let this go on without putting up a fight.
Angie.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're seriously gonna go talk to your old man about this?
Hell no. Like he'd even listen to a word I said.
No, she's just gonna go in and save the miners.
Same goes for the provincial army. I'd just be wasting my breath. That's why I'm planning on sorting out this mess myself. I used to work part-time in the mine. I know the place like the back of my hand. As long as I can find my way inside, I think I can handle the terrorists well enough.
Oh wow, she's got guts.
I figured you'd say something like that.
Honestly, does nothing faze you?
In that case, I'd like to ask that you take us along.
We can look at this as a test of how to best respond to a sudden crisis. Looking at it from that perspective, I think it fits neatly within the scope of our field study. You?
Yeah, after hearing all that, I don't want to let them have their way.
Agreed.
I'm with Angelica here. My family's involved in this too. I feel like I have a duty to do something about it.
Thanks. Truth be told, I was kind of hoping you'd back me up anyway. Whatever help you can give, I'll take it.
Well, that's that.
The next thing we need to consider is how to slip into the mine without the provincial army taking notice. At the very least, Angie should be able to get the officer in charge to talk with her.
So, what? We sneak inside while she's distracting them?
I don't know. That sounds a little overly simplistic to work.
Leave finding our way in to me. If anyone's good at cutting red tape, it's my mother. Maybe she could help us out.
She could. Would she?
Yeah, that's a good question. Would
Well,
she?
If you think so.
Alright, I'll leave securing an alternate route to you then. For now, I'm gonna see if I can find out anything else about my family's or the provincial army's involvement here. George, give Toa a call and see if you can find out what the Imperial government is doing about all this.
Gotcha. I'll see if I can turn up any machinery that might be useful too.
This is starting to feel like last year's field studies all over again.
George, to backing us up. You guys like this, we need all help we could. We went to see Chairman Irina. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun. We should get going too. Your mother should be back at the Rhineford headquarters by now, right? I think so. Sharon said she'd be in around noon. We can always just ask at the reception desk, though. Yeah. Looks like we'll be kicking the high gear again. That's the end of like this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Every time. Every single time. Even the one that's the I forget what it's called, but it was, there's literally one, like, spoilers, there is one field study that gets mentioned that well, maybe, was it a field study or was it just them taking some time off? I don't remember which, but it does get mentioned later in the game that they go visit another place and surprise, surprise, something happens there. The only big difference is that the change in the field study didn't have anything to do with the Liberation Front. It was just a random monster attack that came out of nowhere. You know, that was it. There was nothing more to it than that. All right, now we have to go in here. Oh wait. Yeah, we then have to go to. I know, we have to talk to her. There, what's happening over the mines? What time is this? More important to stay over and stay calm. Fast reading a book will help. Oh wait, wrong thing. Okay, so I already got that. Alright, so let's just go over to the headquarters. Actually, before we do that, I actually gotta go down below, I think. I don't remember if this place gives it or not. Wait, no, why would it? It's just a fucking diner. What am I doing? Alright, so that's what it was. I was thinking of going into an inn, but no, we're just go to a hotel. Yes, this way we get our HP and CP back. Yeah, everybody does. I keep forgetting, I gotta give everyone, I gotta upgrade everyone's course. So more specific, I gotta upgrade fees. Now let's give you defense up. Yeah, give her an accuracy boost for sure. Upgrade that. Yeah, go with that. Increase that speed. I definitely go with the Valor one. Alright, now let's go. Lady Lisa, thank goodness you're alright. I was so worried when I heard you left the city. Oh, you're talking about the trouble at the mine, right? Actually, I was hoping to talk with Mother about that. Is she in her office right now? Chairman Irene returned just a short while ago. Would you like me to set up an appointment? Please. Yes, that's right. Lady Lisa has. Understood. She says she says she can see you right now, though she can't spare more than a few minutes. You want to head up right now? She's waiting for you in her office. Thank you. This shouldn't take long. Alright, let's head up to floor 23. Right. Why do I get the feeling Sharon is going to be right there to welcome us? You can count on it. Yeah, you can definitely count on it. Cosmic Story Advance. Now we walk around Ruhr. The surrounding area. That ain't a big deal. Alright, after this is when we actually get an upgrade to Elisa's original S-Craft. Forgot what it was, but we get an upgrade, that's all I know. Well, you would normally. You get what I'm trying to say.
Welcome back, everyone. I've been waiting for you.
Fucking called it.
I knew it.
Like the rising of the sun.
I see how it is. You're taking Reinford's side again, huh?
As long as I wear this uniform, I'm simply a humble maid of the Reinford household. You, the chairman, and Master Gwyn are all deeply important to me.
Thanks, I think. Show us in then.
Of course. Please follow me.
Yeah, it still never really answered the question. Like, you know, why did she even ask that?
As you wish.
Like, other than whether or not she thinks she's right. Rather than that, whether or not that Elisa wants to know if Sharon actually thinks this is okay and everything. I kind of like it. I kind of like her asking that question if you think about it, because it's like it's asking Sharon if she actually, you know, has an actual damn opinion and isn't just being a loyal servant. Like, you know, she's like, you know, you have free will and everything. You can tell us everything, you know. You can tell us how you really feel and whether or not you really agree with it. You know, it's a good way to test that. And you test whether or not she's actually, you know, human in a way, you know, where she isn't just a yes woman, you know, where she doesn't just say yes, 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 instead of just giving her own damn opinion and just following orders. You know, I kind of like it if you think of it. I kind of like Lisa asking her that question if you think about it that way.
Excuse us.
I think I don't need this.
I apologize for canceling our dinner plans last night, but it's looking unlikely I'll be able to join you tonight either.
No, that's fine. We understand.
It's hardly surprising given the current circumstances.
I'm not sure what's keeping you so busy, considering you haven't even managed to fulfill one of your most basic duties.
Oh.
My lady.
The miners who work at Saxon are employees of this company. With the Provincial Army barricading the mine and refusing to budge, those miners are at the mercy of the terrorists. I assume you've issued a formal objection to Marquis Ragnar?
Not on behalf of the company, no. It sounds like Director Heidel Ragnar of the First Factory has requested something be done, as a formality, but nothing more.
That's it? The First Factory has been dumping huge amounts of ore onto the black market for years now. Don't even try and tell me you haven't noticed it.
Of course I've noticed. Being unable to bring the First Factory in line allowed that to happen, and that's my failure, I admit. But think, if we assume the terrorists aren't acting alone here, what good would it do to issue an objection to Marquis Ragnar?
Well,
there are many possible outcomes to this crisis, and we must be prepared for all of them. For example,
We need to consider the possibility that the terrorists may set off an explosive in the mine, and how to respond to that. This is a global company. Measures will need to be put in place to protect stock prices, taking Crossbell into account too.
She's got a point. Anything that affects the Rhineford Company is going to indirectly affect a lot of people's lives.
Correct. The Rhineford Group is its own entity with its own role to fill, and I have mine as chairman.
Oh wait, that's right. They're talking about Crossbell's. Wait, was it brought up already? I think it was. I think it was when they talk about announcing Crossbell's independence. I think because at this point in the game, like when they did the conference, that was when Trails to Azure had started. Or what? Not started, but it was in Trails to Azure at that time.
The provincial army and the RMP
Can't wait. I really gotta hurry this up, though.
Their purpose, and one might even say the same of the terrorists.
Not so much this video and everything, but more to the point that I really need to hurry up and get done with this game so we can dive right into that.
Action with a purpose. That's what keeps the world in motion. So tell me, what's your purpose?
Well...
If you get what I'm saying, I suggest you leave. I expect the explosion at the military factory is the extent of the damage the terrorists will cause here. I'll give you several additional tasks. I suggest you work on those for the remainder of the day. And considering the situation here, I think it'd be best if you leave Ruhr tomorrow morning. You have my permission as a sitting director on the Academy's board.
Okay, again, this is in a way of her actually showing she does care. I mean, I get it. She's just doing her job as a member of the board to care for these young youths and everything, especially since one of them is her daughter, and it may not even seem like she actually cares that it's her daughter, but she does care. Watch. Give it a little bit of time.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not going to keep making the same mistakes anymore.
Oh?
Here we go.
All my life, I've turned a blind eye to what was going on right in front of me. I did it when you drove grandfather out and took his position as chairman. And I did it when father died and you let work become your life. All along, you've been working to build the company bigger and bigger, and all along, I just looked the other way. But in our field studies at Thors, I've seen the imbalances and injustices of the world crop up over and over again. But even with that, I, and all of us, really, have to face that head on. And that's exactly what we've been doing. You asked what our purpose is. After 6 months at the Academy, that's my answer.
Well said.
Agreed.
That's why this time, I don't plan on backing down. You need to hear the truth, and I need to be the one to tell you. As your daughter, as your family. And above all, as someone who's watched Mother,
Oops.
you're
Shit.
running this company the wrong way, my lady.
Look at that. See?
Can I assume you, in your infinite wisdom, are planning to tell me the correct way to run my company?
Naturally. But I still need more experience before I can do that. I promise you, though, that by the time I graduate from the Academy, I'll show you how this company should be run. As someone who just might succeed you as the chairman someday, I should be able to do at least that much.
Oh. It's one thing to make a promise. It's quite another to live up to it. Still, at least you're starting to see the bigger picture.
See? This is what I'm talking about. She could, like, Arena could have just said, huh, you like, could have just been like, could have just scoffed and not cared. But she does. It's, Like, she's just not the best at actually expressing it. And this is the only way we actually know that she can. And that's, as messed up as that is, it's the damn truth.
Mother.
Give it to her, Sharon.
Certainly. Here, my lady.
What's this? Some kind of key card?
Correct. It opens the door to a passage that connects Ruhr City to the Iron Mine.
Wait.
There's really a secret passage?
The former chairman built it for use in case of an emergency. You'll find the entrance in the underground part of a maintenance room on the upper level of the city.
If we use that passage...
We should be able to completely avoid having to deal with the provincial army.
I'm not going to say things. Right now, I just believe this is the best way to press forward. And I'm going to tell you why through actions, not words.
Excuse us, Madam Chairman. We've learned a lot during our field studies, and we'll put it all to use to come out on top.
You don't need to worry about us.
They've grown a lot in the last 6 months. Surely it
Oops,
wouldn't hurt
son of a
to
bitch.
acknowledge that Lady Elisa has grown too.
I keep pressing X too much. God damn it.
She's still got a ways to go. If she wants to take the mantle of the Rhinefoot Company from me, she'll have to show me she's got what it takes. Anyway, it seems all our principal players have assembled. Can I ask you to do one more thing for me?
Certainly.
She has acknowledged it in her own way. She's just not... She just wants to make certain that she's still gonna grow. After our meeting, we contacted Angelica and George and agreed to meet in front of the maintenance room that hid the entrance to the secret passage to the mine. Aha!
Who would have thought there'd be an underground passage going all the way from Ruhr to the mine? Gwen really does think of everything.
Oh, you know Elisa's grandfather?
Duh.
I've heard you two got along famously back when he was still living in Ruhr.
Oh no.
He taught me all kinds of great stuff. How to pick up girls, the best spots in the entertainment district, you know, the really important things in life.
Dude.
Not that I can't believe it, it's that I can. Too easily.
I can only hope to sit and learn at the feet of the master one day.
Still, it's probably thanks to him that Angie didn't go any further off the rails than she did.
Can't deny that.
Okay.
That's nothing to laugh at.
I wonder if we'll seem as colorful to the first years when we're second years.
So, you think this is gonna work?
All right, that should do it.
What is this thing?
An orbital wave antenna?
I will say I do like having turbo mode on when they're doing like the computers and stuff, when they're like typing, because then it just looks like, you know, like a cartoon or an anime.
It's currently in development at the Institute of Technology, but I managed to convince them to let me borrow it. It emits directional orbital waves to widen the area where you can transmit and receive signals. That means you'll be able to use your Arcus unit's communication functionality even down here in the mine.
That sounds pretty handy.
You can do that?
Yep. Toa is busy gathering information on what's going on across the Empire right now. and I'll be able to pass that info along to you while overseeing this operation. But if things get too dangerous, I'll give you the order to pull out, so make sure you keep the line open.
Got it.
It'll be nice to have some support.
Well, if George is just a call away, you've got nothing to worry about.
Okay, I think it's about time we got going. And thanks again, everyone, for coming along. I've got my Arcus on me, so I should be able to hold my own in battle.
Always room for one more with us.
Your knowledge of the mind will really be invaluable.
I'm looking forward to seeing you clean up with those Taito skills of yours.
Angelica, join the party. Temporarily increase to 3. I know, I need to have Elliot still in there, and I guess we'll do that. Angelica has... Oh wow, we actually can update her stuff. Well, other than the weapons. But yeah, this is Angelica in the party. It's enjoyable when it first happens. It's not really enjoyable once you do New Game Plus.
This one's all ours.
Analyzing enemy attack patterns. I've got it! I'm in. Go for it!
I'll lead you up. Here we go. Leave it to me.
And she can do pretty much everything when we fought her with Rean.
Alright, follow me. Right! Right! Oh, we did it!
You know, it really shows how sad it is for Angelica when she's not the strongest party member. Oh, more specifically, when she's so weak compared to Elliot. That's what I'm trying to go with that.
Leave it to me.
My turn! Please help me! I'll take it! Time to shine!
Go! Thanks, Red. Let's keep moving. Go!
Alright.
I'm in.
Alright.
My turn! Oh, we did it!
Alright, here we are. You know what? All things considered, I'm going to save the game and I'm going to end this part here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like, comment, share, and of course subscribe. All support is greatly appreciated. Next time we're going to continue down our journey to try to get into the mines and try to save the miners and stop the terrorists. So until next time guys, laters!